Hey guys! This is Cartoon Recapped. Today we'll show you a 2022 adventure family cartoon called Lightyear. Be aware of heavy spoilers. Sit back and enjoy the show. A Star Command exploration vessel nicknamed the Turnip changes course to investigate signs of life on the unknown world Tawny Prime. Woken from hibernation, Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear and his commanding officer and best friend Alicia Hawthorne scout the landing site, accompanied by rookie Feathering Hamston. Attacked by hostile life forms, they attempt to take off, but the Turnip's escape trajectory is compromised by Buzz, who inadvertently causes the ship to crash despite his best efforts. Blaming himself for failing their escape and stranding the crew, Buzz volunteers as the test pilot for the hyperspace fuel crystal they will need to develop to return home. 1 year later, the crew has constructed a new colony to conduct repairs. Buzz's disastrous first test flight is compounded by the effects of time dilation. For the 4 minutes he spent in flight, 4 years have passed on Tawny Prime. Alicia shares that she is now engaged to a scientist named Kiko, whom she met 3 years ago. She gifts Buzz socks, an AI robot therapist, with the shape and programming behaviors of a cat. Alicia instructs Buzz to wait on testing new crystal mixtures until they find another way to return the crew home, but Buzz decides to take the initiative and conduct further tests, with Alicia's reluctant approval. After a dozen failed tests, Buzz returns from his last flight to discover that Alicia has died of old age. She leaves a recording for him where she shares her happiness and introduces him to her granddaughter, Izzy. Her successor, Commander Cal Burnside, informs Buzz that the colony has given up attempting to regain lightspeed capability and has decided to live on the planet, relying on a laser shield to protect the colony from outside indigenous hostiles. Socks reveals he has spent the last 6 decades calculating a stable formula for the hypercrystal. When Star Command sends personnel to decommission Socks, Buzz escapes with him and defies Burnside's orders to conduct one final test. With Socks's help, Buzz is able to test the new mixture and achieves hyperspeed. However, he skips another 22 years into the future, where he meets a grown-up Izzy. She explains that recently, an army of robots invaded Tawny Prime and are attempting to enter the colony, which is currently being protected by Burnside's laser shield. She and a group of cadets, Emma and Darby, intend to destroy a large cruiser that the robots descend from. After an encounter with one of the robots, Buzz witnesses firsthand the group's incompetence in combat and vows to finish the mission himself. Despite his attempts to work alone, the group accidentally joins him on the mission. During an escape from a nest of hostile bugs that they inadvertently disturb, the group departs in a ship which is then subsequently shot down by the leader of the robots named Zurg. After investigating a nearby mining facility to find a small energy coil that will help them restore power to the ship, Buzz begins to understand the value of relying on other people for help, and he allows Izzy, Emma, and Darby to join him and Socks in finishing the mission. However, Zurg intervenes, and despite the group being able to escape from him and his robots, the hypercrystal is lost. Zurg then captures Buzz and takes him aboard the cruiser, where he reveals himself to be an older version of Buzz from an alternate future timeline, which split upon Lightyear's return to the planet after the successful hyperspace test. Without the robot army to detain them, soldiers from the colony attempted to arrest Buzz under Burnside's orders, forcing Buzz to flee into space. Alternate Buzz and Socks escaped at full speed and, via time dilation, flew hundreds of years into the far future, where he encountered extremely advanced technology. He spent 50 years developing a way to travel back in time to prevent the Turnip from ever landing on Tawny Prime and avoid stranding the ship upon the planet. Having worn out his own crystal through time travel and excessive usage, old Buzz, called Zurg by the robots, needs a fresh crystal to power his ship and complete his mission, so he requests it from his younger self. Realizing this would erase Alicia and Kiko's life together, along with Izzy, Buzz refuses. In his attempts to forcibly use the crystal himself, Zurg is incapacitated by the alternate Socks, who is also against Zurg's plan, who leads Buzz to the ship's control room to initiate a self-destruct sequence before being crushed by an enraged Zurg. After a chaotic assault on the cruiser, Buzz and his team manage to escape the ship before it detonates. On their return to the planet via a crash landing, Buzz's ship is attacked by Zurg once again, who then takes the hypercrystal for himself. Buzz is forced to destroy the hypercrystal, causing an explosion that seemingly kills Zurg, and he is able to subsequently save his team from crashing onto the planet's surface with their help. With the fuel gone, Buzz finally accepts Tawny Prime as his home. Burnside arrests Buzz, Izzy, Emma, and Darby with the intention of detaining them for their reckless actions, but relents in light of Buzz's bravery against the robot armada. Allowed to revive the Space Ranger Corps, Buzz unexpectedly selects Izzy, Emma, Darby, and Socks as his trainees. With a new hypercrystal created using the computer left behind during the mutiny, Buzz and his team embark on a new adventure. In a post-credits scene, Zurg is revealed to have survived. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.